Warning: the following contains vulgar language and triggering content. It is intended for a mature audience. Let me say that again. It is intended for a mature audience. Everyone else can go fuck themselves, so honk your nose, clowns from far and wide, because we're bunkering down with your hosts, Sarge Mayhem and Cable. So sit back, relax, give us a squeeze, and enjoy the show. Alright. So we're testing this guy again. Let's see what's happening, what's going on, everybody. I'm Sarge Mayhem, and you're bunkered down. Cable's not here tonight. We're just doing a test, trying to see if that chat box is actually going to work. But so far, I got nothing. So hopefully some of you guys actually get in this chat, and we're going to test it and see, make sure everything's going good. It's weird. I'm supposed to have 15 subscribers. Maybe that bar's not going to work. It says somebody's in here watching, so thanks for watching, guys. We're going to start off with, we ran a thing last night, but it got blocked. Well, the reason why it got blocked was apparently because I put Bill Burr into it. You know, I just pulled him up on YouTube. Bill Burr, cool, whatever. Apparently that's not allowed. I was not under because I didn't pull it off of Netflix itself or any of that. I understand they own the content or whatever, but the person I pulled it off of, they also didn't have any kind of, you know, hey, this is where it was originally from or anything. So I'm like, okay, then how the hell did they get to do it? You know, I'm watching some of the people that do, what do you call it, reactions. They do the reactions, and, well, how the hell do they do it? You know, how are they able to do it? But as soon as I fucking do it, you just shut my shit down. I don't get it. So I'm trying to figure that out, trying to figure out the copyright, also apparently trying to figure out the chat box, because it's supposed to be right there. Apparently, we won't know until somebody types. Somebody gonna type, somebody gonna write. That's the whole idea of this live feed, I guess. We're gonna cover a couple things. Jesus, man, it's just been one of those days. This copyright thing, man, it's just throwing me the fuck off. So, we're gonna cover a couple things. First thing we're gonna cover is the Remington settlement. So now I'm not 100% versed with this, and I want to go further in this with Cable here, but from what I understand is during this lawsuit, which basically started with Sandy Hook, which was an elementary school that got shot up by some guy who used if I remember right, it was a Bushmaster. In the comments, let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a Bushmaster, which was owned by Remington. The issue was that it was their ad, something like that, like basically saying this thing's a killing machine or whatever the fuck they said, but apparently that made them at least a little bit liable. I don't understand that. I mean, so what if Ford says this thing can go 200 miles an hour and I drive 200 miles an hour and smash into somebody? Now they can sue Ford, right? They're not going to sue me. They're going to sue Ford, right? Like that. Or are they suing Ford and me? Because at that point, you know, should we sue Exxon for being able to provide the gas for me to put into the vehicle to go 200 miles an hour? At what point do we draw a line? I really just don't understand like how that theory works. And this is, I guess, the whole overall thing about this is accountability. I'm trying to be accountable and provide, you know, hey, this is Bill Burr. This is where I found it. This is where it's at. This is where the original stuff happened, all that stuff. But in the end, it's like everything is we've pushed so far away from accountability. It's just ridiculous. Why are we suing Remington? They didn't put the gun in the kid's hand or guy's hand. I don't know how old the fucker was. But they didn't do that. All they did was build a product. You know, if Dasani gives me or sells me a bunch of water and I buy the water and I pour it into a bathtub and drown people in that, are we suing Dasani because they, they were like, it's the purest water, and I could just be like, well, I was just trying to purify them. That's it. They were demons, and I was trying to purify them. So we're suing, Dasani. I mean, this shit has gotten kind of really, like, I didn't even think about this, but it's getting really fucking ridiculous. So, like, just like I'm sure a lot of you've heard, not in the too far past, Red Bull got sued because it said on their bottle or whatever that it gives you wings. And apparently a guy really thought it gave you wings. So he did something or whatever the fuck happened where they got sued because, in fact, it doesn't give you wings. That's false advertisement. That's not false advertisement. That's just a way of saying shit. If you're so fucking stupid that you can't realize that nothing is going to just give you wings, like, unless it's another product that is built and designed to do that, then, I mean, that's like, it's designed to, like the jetpacks and stuff. Yeah, it's designed that you put it on your back, you fly. That's pretty much the only reason for it. There is, from my understanding, no other reason for that product other than to be able to fly, like an airplane. Sell you an airplane to an airline, the whole idea is for it to fly. Otherwise, you would take some other means of transportation. But for some reason, some guy, oh, well, it gives me wings, so obviously I could fly because it says it, so I'm just going to believe that without being at least somewhat smart enough to be like, well, duh, it doesn't give you wings. They're just saying that because you feel like you're on top of the world or whatever their reasoning behind it is. I don't know. I just really don't understand how that shit works. Just like how, from what I understand, this has actually happened, how somebody has basically gotten sued because somebody was breaking into their house and was on the roof or something, fell through the sunroof, skylight, whatever you want to call it, falls, gets cut, whatever. Now they're suing you. Like, shouldn't the first question be, why the fuck are you on my roof? That should be the big question. Why are you on my roof? You know how we can avoid you getting cut? Stay the fuck off my roof. Then you won't fall through a skylight. Then you don't get cut. Then we're not even here. But again, we're pushing, oh, well, they left a knife on the counter or something and it cut them. It's my fucking house. I can do what I want in my house. As long as it's, not smacking my wife around or beating the shit out of my kids. If I want to leave a knife on the fucking counter, I can leave that. That's my house. I'm not the one that's breaking in or trying to break in or whatever and falling through a goddamn, like, what am I going to do if I'm the homeowner and I fall through my own shit and get cut? Who do I sue? Makes no sense. Tell me what you guys think in that chat. Now, there is some stipulations to that, too, at the same time. For instance, I knew a kid when I was in high school, right? At this time, Coca-Cola was... this is from what I understand now. So don't just... From what I understand. Coca-Cola basically had a ad running on all their Coke bottles and stuff that, 1 in 20 sodas is a winner. Okay, so what this kid did is each soda was $1. He took a $20 in ones and bought 20 sodas. After each one, not one of them was a winner. Well, that's a little different because you said that 1 in 20 would be a winner, and in fact, it's not. That's not the same as it gives you wings. Well, common fucking sense would tell you it doesn't give you wings. That just their advertisement like that. At some point, we got to think for ourselves a little bit. And what are you going to say? Oh, well, they might have been emotionally distraught or something like that. So shouldn't that be the first thing? Not the average, oh, it's a killing machine or whatever they said. Well, if the person was already fucked in the head, does it really matter? Like, what if they had used I don't know, what if they used a Colt? What if they used a Delton? What if they used a Radical? What if they used any Anderson? What if they used any of those? And they didn't have that advertisement. Now, okay, we can't sue them just because they had some advertisement and the person was mentally ill. What about all the times that mentally ill people heard shit on the news of, oh, these people are evil and all this, and then they've gone out and done acts? When are we gonna start suing them? When? I mean, it doesn't matter, both sides. Doesn't matter, but my big thing is at some point we got to put the accountability at the person. Because if they already had this basically in their head that they were going to do this, what difference does the tool make? That's all I'm saying. Like, look at when every time that there's a mass shooter like this, what do? Blame the gun. Blame the gun. Blame the gun. It was the gun. It was the gun. It was the gun. The gun got up, jumped in this kid's hand like some fucking idle hands or shit. For you older guys, you guys know what movie I'm talking about. Directs him through the entire place and just starts opening fire. His hand's way up here. This thing just starts firing off. If you guys really think that that's how these things work, you're sadly mistaken. That's one of the jobs that I do, is I repair, fix, and build guns. Okay? That's not how the shit works. Just like Alex Baldwin. Here we go again with accountability. Oh, well, I was just locking it back. Does this look good? Does this look good? Does this look good? And I let it go and it went off. It does not work like that. What the fuck are you talking about? And what's worse is you're somebody who's supposed to be famous. You're famous and you really think that professionals in these fields are not going to be like, no, man. That's like me, well, the gun just robbed the place. It jumped out of wherever it was, got in my hand, drugged me to the bank, held everybody up. I was trying to tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do this, I'm not trying to do this, I'm not trying to hold you up, this gun won't stop. I mean, I don't understand what the fuck reasoning you guys have. When it comes to a mass shooter, blame the gun, blame the gun, blame the gun. How is it that when it comes to cops that have to defend themselves in the public, now all of a sudden it's blame the cop? The same tool was used, so if your logic is that guns are doing this, and guns are the reason, and guns this, guns that, then how are you going to blame the cops? Cops didn't do anything wrong, it was the gun according to you. But now all of a sudden we got to blame the cop. We hold the cop accountable, right? In a lot of cases, there's nothing that he did wrong, but in some cases, yeah, that's kind of bad tactics. Nonetheless, we put the blame on the cop, not the gun or, whatever. However, as soon as a mass shooting happens, something like that, guns. It's a gun. It's a gun. It's a gun. It's a gun. So the point is all about accountability. What's going on there, LM? I can only imagine. That's got to be Peacock. Peacock, if that's you, man, let me know. Let me know, Peacock. Nonetheless, we've all forgotten about holding the individual responsible. Accountability for one's own actions, right? It's just like, to me, now I know Cable would disagree, and we'll have to recover this when Cable comes. But sex, right? So people have sex. When they have sex, they get pregnant, and now all of a sudden they need that great topic of abortion. Well, I need an abortion because I'm not ready to have a kid, or I'm not, well, at least in Florida, not sure, at least in Florida, around 5th grade, maybe 6th, around that area. You are basically taught that if you do this shit, a baby is what will happen. If you take no protection, right? You're not on birth control, you don't have a condom or whatever else kind of shit's out there, who the fuck knows. I assume the person's too young to have a vasectomy, even though I don't know, that might not 100% work. Who knows? We're gonna find out though. You don't use Plan B, all this stuff. Well, then this is what happens. A baby happens. You don't do this shit. That's what happens. So how are you gonna be like, I'm not ready for this? But you were ready to commit the act that did that. But you're not ready for the responsibility of those actions, right? There's plenty of shit. Yeah, I'm not going to say don't have sex. Don't do that. All I'm saying is, for one, hard to get pregnant when you do anal. Going back to pegging. The other thing is basically, if you're not ready, then you need to take precautions, right? You need to take safety precautions. Be on birth control. If you're not old enough to be on birth control, you're probably not old enough to be doing this shit. Make sure he wears a condom. There you go. That part's done. Check, check. Make sure that it's somebody that you're okay with being the other parent of this child or possible child because of what you're going to do. You cannot go into shit and say that, well, I didn't mean to, or it was a mistake. Okay, funny how that doesn't work for drunk drivers, right? If I decide to get in my car right now, because obviously I do have a beer right here. Oh yeah, Peacock, what's going on, man? But if I decide to get in my car or truck or whatever and go driving, okay, I've also been taught, funny enough, that if you drink and drive, one of the consequences is that you could kill yourself, kill or hurt somebody else, and many other consequences, right? So if I was to drink and drive, knowing those consequences, and then something happens and I seriously injure or kill somebody, I can't just be like, oh, I knew the consequences, but it was a mistake, so we can just erase this, right? No big deal. We can just erase this. Or even if you're going to say, well, it's not the same because if you run somebody over and kill them, if it's an abortion before this time or whatever or whatnot, it doesn't matter. The point is, let's say I just run through somebody's fucking house. All right? I run through their house. Once I run through their house, nobody got injured. Or I smash into some random tree. Nobody got injured. Nothing costs anybody anything. Guess what? Hey, look, it's still there. Yes, the box is in. What's going on, Peacock? I finally see the box going. That is awesome. There's the chat box. That is what we've been trying to get, and it's gone. We'll see. But you can't just run into a fucking tree in somebody's front yard, hurt nobody other than yourself, and just be like, well, it was a mistake. I knew what I wasn't supposed to do, but I mean, it's not my fault. I just didn't think, so no big deal, right? It's just a mistake. That doesn't work like that, man. You can't do that shit. You got to understand that every action that you have or do is your responsibility. Stop trying to blame everything else on this shit. Be responsible for yourself. Like, that's not hard. Be responsible for yourself. So if I'm going to do activities around bad people and I'm with them while they do something illegal, that's accessory. I'm right there. I didn't stop them. I didn't leave. That's accessory. Can't be like, well, it wasn't. No, you knew what the possible outcome was. You just didn't care. And that's the biggest thing with everything is there's just no accountability. You know, you say something one day, just like the goddamn vaccine, right? The vaccine. When Trump was president, okay, and the vaccine was rolling out, remember this shit? All the people that are in power today, what did they say? Don't trust it. Don't trust the government. Don't take it. I'm not taking it. And when they asked, why won't you take it? I'm not taking it if this president tells me to take it. So you're telling me not to take it, not to trust it, none of that. But at the same time, your reasoning is because he told you to do it. But then somehow, 30 days later, the rules switch and now I have to take it, or I am some bigot and I don't care about anybody else. I only care about myself. I don't get it. Like, why? Why did we change? Why are you not accountable for, well then, explain why you said this. It's the same vaccine. Nothing has changed. Same vaccine, same producers, same everything. Nothing has changed, but now all of a sudden I am supposed to take this thing and trust you when you told me not to trust the last guy. What makes you any better? Honestly, what makes you any better? You guys fucking flip-flop so goddamn much, it's not even funny. Like, that's why we need new shit, man. We need new shit. We need to be pushing accountability. This shit is just fucking ridiculous. If you go in and start shooting up someplace, that's all you. That's no one else. That has nothing to do with what tool you use. If I go start smacking people with a hammer and killing people with a hammer, I can't sue, or I shouldn't. You might be able to. I shouldn't be able to sue Stanley because it says the most effective hammer. Well, I mean, it might be in the intent that it was meant to be used. I'm sure when they said it's a killing machine, they're not talking about actually go in the advertisement. They show people like just mowing people down in schools. Is that what they showed? Because you can twist words all kinds of ways. We see that every day on mainstream media. It's fucking bullshit. Why can't you just say it or put it out the same way the person says it? Not take a little snippet here, and I'm gonna take this little part, and I'll take that little part there, and we'll kind of put those together and make it all look bad. No, use it in a full context or don't use it. I can't even use a goddamn comedy skit on YouTube without getting copywritten, but somehow you guys can fucking manipulate shit and everything's cool. I don't fucking understand it. But nonetheless, at least we got to see the chat box go at least once. So Peacock, thank you for that. I'm not sure who the other viewer is, but thank you for watching. I just want to let you guys know before we go, it's that time. Where is it? Uh-oh. I better have one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's that time, guys. Who's got them? We're going multicolored again. If for you guys that wonder why the hell I have so many Sharpies all the time, I'm a fucking instructor. All right? When I teach people how to use... Oh, me cap! I need me cap! I don't need me marker. I'll just dry out. All right, so... I carry around these markers because when I teach people how to shoot, if I have more than one person, I can mark the holes differently so I know who shot what. That is why I carry around so many different color markers. But it doesn't matter because if you go watch the skit, like I said, they copyrighted it. So you're going to have to go Google. 85% of you got to go. I think Netflix is a joke channel or whatever. They have it on there. Apparently it is because I'm getting fucking copywritten, but whatever. Go watch it. You'll see what we were talking about last night that got us banned or whatever the hell. But nonetheless, he talks about a multiple choice questionnaire. He didn't talk about Scantron. Multiple choice, I can do that in marker. No problem. Pen check, I got something to write. Who else has a pen? Because if you don't have a pen, you're already out. All right, guys, so this was a good little run. Tell me what you think. Throw a comment. Ring that bell. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to give us a squeeze, honk honk. Remember, go fuck yourself, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Cable will be right here. Can't wait till then. We'll have some good new topics and figure out, hopefully, this shit. Till then, guys, appreciate everything. Till next time, go fuck yourself. And we're going to be out here in 3, 2... No, I didn't preach. Just mess with you. All right. All right, so that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. We got the chat box to go. Hey, guys, look at that chat box. Fucking chat box. The outro. God damn it.